it a while back because one of my colleagues said to me, well, Cathy, you have to ask how you can serve them. And then that made me quite, like, I noticed that I had a bit of a reaction to that as to why do I have to serve them? And it almost seemed bigger than my past. Like when I went and kind of explored it with logosynthesis, it almost took me back to something bigger, not a personal childhood, but it was almost like, how can I serve you, my Lord, type thing, which was kind of bizarre, but.
How can I serve you, my Lord?
Yeah. Like it just seemed like it's a bigger piece than my childhood. So I kind of done it. I recognize I grew up in a bit of a environment where boys may have had preferential treatment, but it seems a little more collective than that.
So, what do you associate with serving the Lord or serving a Lord?
Yeah. What do I associate with that? It's almost to me as though it's, why do we have to serve them? Like it's not so much me, and it doesn't feel as much an individual piece to me, but and probably the whole Donald Trump thing doesn't really help, but.
Yeah. So there's, if I listen to you, there is a kind of rebellion against this Lord.
Yes.
So there is one part of you that creates lords, and there is another part that rebels against lords.
Yes.
So my guess is that the part that creates a lord is older than the part that rebels against them.
Okay.
How do you think about that?
Well, I would have to have it there before I could rebel against it. Yes.
Yes, that was my guess.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you a flash question, and you will know the answer without thinking about it.
Okay.
So, how old are you when this Lord appears in your life for the first time? First answer.
20.
20? I don't believe you.
Okay.
Ask the question again. How old are you when this Lord appears?
Lord appears. Where is it? Where is the Lord?
Don't think, or think of a number between 1 and 20. What's the number?
10.
First answer.
10.
10? Okay. So there's a 10-year-old Cathy,
Okay.
and there's a Lord who wants to be served. Who's the Lord in the family?
It would probably be my father.
Mm-hmm. Do you have to serve your father?
I probably do serve my father. Yeah.
So there is an authority in your life at 10, and then later there's rebellion against authorities.
Yeah.
And my guess is that if you go for that target group, you send two messages at the same time. One message is that you're going to serve them, and another message is that you're not going to serve them.
Probably.
And if you send those messages at the same time, it's very difficult to convince them about anything.
Yes, because I feel that I'm impatient and emotional.
Okay. So you create a lord, and then you rebel against a lord.
Or a boss, and I rebel against a boss.
Bosses, lords, popes,
Yeah.
fathers, whatever.
Yeah. Husbands. Poor guys, eh? You get frustrated.
Where do you feel that in your body?
Probably in my chest area.
Your chest area. What do you feel in your chest area?
Like a tightness and a kind of a clenching in. And a clenching in my jaw. Like a kind of down through my core. Tightening.
Okay, so there's a tightness and a clenching. Go back in time and find the first occasion of that clenching. When did you feel that for the first time?
I used to feel that quite often.
That was not my question. My question was
Yeah,
going
when
for
was the first time? That's
So again, a flash question. What age is the first time of this clenching, this tightness?
probably in around the same age, 9 or 10.
Go back.
Further.
Okay. Do you know it at 3?
Yes.
Do you know it at 2?
Yes.
Do you know it at 1?
I wouldn't say so.
Okay. Do you know it at 6 months? First answer.
No.
So start somewhere at 1, around 1, as far as we can get now. So I invite you to explore what happens around 1, which makes you feel like that. You don't need to have an exact memory. It's okay if you have an image and or an association. Something is happening outside and you're reacting with a clenching and a tightness in your chest.
I'm thinking we moved when I was about 1.
We moved.
And it was, yeah, I guess it was probably a big move.
If you think about your stressed mom, where is she in the room? Around you, in front of you, behind you, left, right? Where do you perceive her?
Probably to my right, just.
How far away?
Probably like 2 feet.
2 feet. And if you perceive your mom, do you hear her voice? Or do you see her? Or do you sense her?
I sense it.
You sense her.
Yeah, I sense I don't have visual images. I sense.
Okay. I give you a sentence. I retrieve all my energy.
I retrieve all my energy.
Bound up in the sense of my mother.
Bound up in the sense of my mother.
To the right.
To the right.
And take it to the right place in myself.
And take it to the right place in myself.
Let that process.
A little creak in my neck.
Okay. I remove all energy of my mom
I remove all energy of my mom
related to this
related,
sense
related to this sense
from all of my cells,
from all of my cells,
all of my bodies in my personal space,
all of my bodies and my personal space,
and send it to the right place in herself.
and send it to the right place in herself.
Let that process. I retrieve all of my energy,
I retrieve all of my energy,
bound up in all my reactions to the scent of my mother,
bound up in all of my reactions to the sense of my mother,
and take it to the right place in myself,
and take it to the right place in myself,
in the here and now as an adult woman.
in the here and now as an adult woman.
Okay, what happens to this tightness in your chest?
Well, in the first sentence, a lot of the tightness in my chest seems to be gone, and there was a lot kind of going almost through my back and my neck a bit, but that was gone for the second and third sentence.
Uh-huh. Okay. Let's move back to these to serving the Lord or serving a Lord and your rebellion against it. What happened if you think about that? Your target group.
It's just kind of neutral. I don't feel as agitated.
So these guys listen to you, you have a plan, you want to teach them something, you want to offer them a product. How's that now? What's different?
It's probably more that it's just a conversation. Yeah, it just feels when I think about having that conversation, it's not like I have to convince them or prove myself to them. It's probably more neutral.
Just imagine being in this situation. So you have a plan, a product. You know that this guy is one of the people who can help you to bring that product into the world.
Yes.
How's that different now?
I'm not so concerned about, yeah, it just feels more in flow. Like the conversation feels like it's more in flow. It's not like I am sensing a battle. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I have a fantasy the world should be fair.
I retrieve all my energy,
I retrieve all my energy,
bound up in the fantasy that the world should be fair,
bound up in the fantasy that the world should be fair,
and take it to the right place in myself.
and take it to the right place within myself.
I remove all non-me energy
I remove all non me energy
related to this fantasy that the world should be fair
related to this fantasy that the world should be fair
from all of my cells,
from all of my cells,
all of my bodies in my personal space,
all my bodies and my personal space,
and send it to where it truly belongs.
and send it to where it truly belongs.
I retrieve all of my energy,
I retrieve all of my energy,
bound up in all my reactions
Bound up in all my reactions
to the fact that the world should be fair, but it isn't,
to the fact that the world should be fair, but it isn't,
and take it to the right place in myself,
and take it to the right place within myself,
in the here and now as an adult woman.
in the here and now as an adult woman.
How's that?
Feels calmer.
Feels calmer. And what about the world that should be fair?
It's where I'm at. It is what it is.
It is what it is.